If you're looking to plan your August, the Hip Hop Anthology series is back in downtown Indianapolis. Volume 5 for the event. Gary G put it together, the driving force, curator, artist, historian, aficionado. Thanks for spending time with us this morning.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
Little twist this year. This is a look from years past at the library.
Central Library.
This year, you've moved it a bit.
So this year, the 5th year, we will be in the Indianapolis Arts Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And,
so right on the heart of downtown, looking straight down on the intersection.
Right, the heart of downtown, just hovering right over Illinois and Washington Street.
For folks who've not been to it before or heard about it, what is the Anthology series? What is your hope for it?
So the way that I look at Anthology, basically for me, and I say maybe this started in '83 when I was like a kid in junior high. Hip hop was fairly new, and they said it wouldn't last long. But I was into the arts as well, so I was inspired by like the Basquiats and the Herons and the Fab Five Freddy's. And then later in life, when I got a chance, Tony Radford, that was the head curator at the Central Library, gave me a shot to curate a show. And for me, I was like, what other than hip hop to bring that out? So the anthology kind of chronologizes the aspects, the cultures, like the DJ, the artists, the breakers, and the MCs. I've been everything but a DJ, I think, but I've loved the music. So music and art to me always go hand in hand. And it's like kind of just a cultural vibe. So
as curator, how do you put it together? I mean, is it just, let's get some paintings and let's get some music and play? So as a curator, the catch sometimes is when I say hip hop anthology, people think that all the work has to be specifically like hip hop or boombox or a rapper. And I'm like, no, you grew up in the culture. It's like inspired by the music, which is also an infusion of many musics. But I have like a core group of artists that have been kind of showing with me every year. And then this year I have 2 artists that it'll be their first shows. And I think we have 6 kids that are 9 to 14 years old. And I've interacted with them, but I haven't really worked with them. Yeah.
So it's just like their raw talent and just, seeing where they're at now. So it's kind of just like the full creative expression. And I kind of look for like colors and energy from the artist.
You've gone kind of full circle from inspired by art to artist to now you're the educator.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed this role?
I do. It's a fun and interesting challenge because it's like I'm competing against myself to do better. And then also being inclusive to bring in and incorporate the ideals of some of my other hip hop colleagues around the city.
Let's go ahead and take a look at each Wednesday, starting this week. At the different things on offer. Glass House Jam is the one this week on the 7th.
Yes, sir. So the Glass House Jam. So normally in the library we would use the courtyard and activate the courtyard. And the Arts Garden, the Arts Council loved that idea. And I was like, well, we don't have a courtyard. And I looked and I said, well, we got a glass house.
Right.
So each week there'll be a different DJ in effect. This week we kick off at 6 p.m. with DJ Long Green and DJ Lex Luthor, which is also an added bonus because they kick off DJ Fest. They've got a proclamation from the mayor last year, so this is their 2nd year.
Everything's linking together.
Tying the art in with the music again.
Second one will be on the 14th, and this is the young people you talked about.
The second one is the 14th, so this is the young people. So everybody, even the DJs are like 14 and 17, they're 2 brothers. And then, like I said, all the artists are pretty much 9 to 14 years old. So this will be their week to highlight them and focus on them to kind of give, kids the adult feel. And like when I was a kid, we didn't have any shows to go to. So I'm like, let me expand this opportunity.
And then the 3rd Wednesday, breaking news.
Yes.
You just for the first time unveiled this.
So for the 3rd Wednesday, we got my man, the Don Potter P. Ski from the Real Cut Above, which is actually right down the street from the Arts Council. But he's going to do a hair and fashion show, Classic Style 06. And he's been doing this for a while. A mentor when I was also behind the chair, a lifelong hip hop head, where Scan goes all the time. So that's going to be fun. Like just fun to see what he does, like some of the 80s inspired haircuts and hairstyles that him and his crew will put together.
Final on the 28th is the closing reception.
The closing reception, we got my man, the world famous Freddie Fresh back on the Wheels of Steel. Freddie's been with me pretty much every year since the pandemic when we've been able to have an event. Freddie's been rolling with me, and he said, I got to do this every year. And then we got a few surprises on that day, like some local performances will pop up. I have a friend Scott Terry from Mahogany Gallery in Racine, Wisconsin is going to come down. We'll do like a small panel talk, and you'll see and hear from some of the artists throughout every Wednesday.
6 to 8 on the Wednesday events. It's the Arts Garden, though, so there'll be things to see even if you're just walking out of the mall.
Just walk through. I mean, it was a packed house with Gen Con starting last week, so anytime that the mall's open, you can walk right through there. If you can, the Conrad, the Embassy, any of that, you can just walk on through and check out the artwork.
Time's short. Charges for any of this?
Everything is free, absolutely free.
Unless you want
to take some art home, that's going to cost you some money.
Yeah, and put some money in the pockets of people who put it together.
Yeah.
But not Gary's. He says he does it for the culture. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Scott.
Best of luck through the month of August. We'll have to get some cameras out there and watch the parties.
Hey, appreciate that.
6 to 8 every Wednesday.